video, I'm going to be talking about what it's like to drive a 2021 Tesla Model 3, but more importantly, how do I drive a Tesla Model 3? And the reason why I think this topic is important, because you might be thinking it's a pretty complicated thing to do. And for somebody who's never been in one, it might be a little bit daunting. So if you've ever thought about renting one, leasing a Tesla, or even purchasing a Tesla, especially the Model 3, I'm basically going to go through all the different important steps that you're going to require to drive that Tesla Model 3 without any fear or worry whatsoever. And in classic YouTube style, let's get right into it. Right now, I'm in the comfort of my own garage. So clearly, this is a little bit different than going to a supercharging station. But the idea is exactly the same. I'm going to show you how that works. Let's assume this is the supercharging station that I pulled up to. It's as simple as grabbing the charger, and there's a button right here. And when you click that button, it tells the charge port to open, and the light turns on white, indicating it's ready to be charged, and you just plug it in. All right, so the first thing that you're gonna find different is the key. This is Tesla's key card, basically a credit card that fits in your wallet or purse, and this is what's gonna give you access to get into the car, to lock, unlock, and also to drive your Tesla Model 3. Now personally, I just keep this in my wallet at all times and I never bring it out, because you could also program your phone to act like a key. So as long as your phone is on you at all times, really, you don't need to have this. But I do keep this on me at all times. So to unlock your car, you simply bring your Tesla key to the B pillar. And just below the camera, and you can see the camera right there, there is an invisible sensor. And that sensor will read your card and unlock the door. And tap here. All right, so you've unlocked the card, that's great. Now how do you open these really amazing looking handles? And surprisingly, it's very simple. So here is the bigger part of the handle. You press that in first. I like to use my thumb. And then this skinnier part of the handle makes itself available so you can grab it and pull. And obviously you can do this from the top as well, which actually looks and feels much more comfortable, is pressing with your thumb and grabbing on the handle and pulling as well. All right, so far so good. So hurdle 1 is complete. Technically speaking, it's actually already on, but how do you get the car to allow you to drive? Now just having this key card inside your Tesla Model 3 will not provide you that functionality. Now, mind you, if you did set up your phone as a key, you could technically just put the car into drive and start driving away. But because in this example, I'm going to show you as if you are just renting or buying the Tesla for the first time and your phone is not set up, you're going to want to use your key to get the car started. And this is how that works. All right, so how do we drive? Here's our Tesla card. It's very important to put this card in a specific location just to get the gears changed. The car won't allow you to change gears unless it's put in this spot, and I'm going to show you where that is. So here's my cup holder. All you have to do is place your Tesla card right there. Okay, it's that simple. It doesn't have to stay there. It just has to be placed there so that the car knows there's a key available in the vehicle. All right, now once you're ready to drive, you can just simply put your key card into the cup holder and you're good to go. So we're in the vehicle and we're just going to want to set up a few of the common settings. And it's really simple. Click on the car icon here in the bottom left. And these are your quick controls. So 2 things you're going to want to set up right away are your mirrors and your steering wheel. It's pretty straightforward. And when you click on mirrors, it's just like an app. Would you like to adjust the left mirror or the right mirror? And then as you do that, you simply use the round ball button on the steering wheel to move the mirrors up and down. That's good. Now we're going to set up the steering wheel. Very similar as well, by using the button on the steering wheel. That's how you make the steering wheel come closer towards you, further away from you, or up and down, depending on what feels most comfortable. What is your preferred driving style? Now, typically, this is steering wheel mode. I like standard, but sport is also nice. It's a little bit more firm. It feels like a sports car. And then hold, which we'll be talking about later, is the type of driving you prefer. Okay? So creep and roll is typically what you're used to driving when you drive a gas-powered car, all right? So what I mean is when you're pressing the gas pedal and you release, on a typical gas-powered car, the car continues to roll. But if you click on hold, it does two things. It regenerates your battery when you're not pressing the gas pedal, and it also uses the motor of your Tesla to bring the car to a stop. So you have your regenerative braking, which saves on your brake pads. It goes without saying that you're going to want to adjust your rear view mirror as well to suit your needs. Unfortunately, this is done the old-fashioned way, but hey, it still looks pretty cool. Then the next thing you're going to do is put your foot on the brake and press the gear shifter down to put it into drive. And the D shows up that you're in drive. Now, earlier I mentioned a driving style called hold. So if you see and notice right now, there's a hold icon showing up on the screen. So actually, if I let go of the brake right now, the car does not move. If I want to park the car, all I do is press this button in, and now the car is in park. To put it in drive, I put my foot on the pedal, press the gear shifter down, and it goes back into drive. And just to repeat, to park, you press that button in, and it goes to park. Now, how do you do reverse? Well, same idea. You put your foot on the brake, but you pull this shifter up, and it goes into reverse. All right, so now we're driving. Now, I had mentioned the one pedal driving, which is also known as hold driving. Now, if you notice, and it's going to be hard to see, if I let go of the gas, the car actually starts to slow down on its own and comes to a complete stop without the use of any brakes. And when I press the gas, again, it continues, and when I let go, it comes to a stop. Now, it might take a few minutes to get used to driving this way, but it definitely makes things a lot easier. I never use the brake pedal. You guys do know that there's quite a bit of acceleration on the Tesla. Maybe I'll cover it in another video, but if you notice, if I hit the gas pedal around 50 kilometers an hour, it's like a sweet spot, it picks up quite a bit. There's quite a bit of torque, and it's it's a lot of fun. A green light shows up on the monitor. It's actually the regenerative braking recharging my battery, right? So that's a really great feature because it allows your battery to last a whole lot longer. Looking closer at the screen, you'll see that gray steering wheel. That won't always be there, but if it is there, that means you can engage Autopilot. And yes, the brake lights do go on in the back, so you don't have to worry about somebody wondering if you're actually slowing down or not. Here we are. We're going to wait for the steering wheel to turn on, and I'm going to then double tap this gear shifter down lightly 2 times. And when it does that, you'll hear a chime. The screen turns blue. The steering wheel turns blue, and now I'm driving hands-free. Okay? You could adjust the speed limit as well by using the ball up to adjust the maximum autopilot speed that you want, or down to slow it down. But for this purpose, I'm just going to do it very simple because I am in a suburban area and I don't want to speed too much. You notice it's turning blue. It's telling me to make sure you touch something on the steering wheel. Typically, I just touch the volume button up and down just to let it know that I'm here. To disengage autopilot, just lightly tap on the brake and you hear the chime turning off, and now you're in manual mode again. So again, to turn on autopilot, that gray steering wheel is required. Well, I'm just gonna pick up this biker on the screen. It's kind of cool too. Check that out. An e-bike. Wonder if that's a Tesla e-bike. All right. I'm going to lightly double tap on the shifter, just lightly. And when it turns blue, you know you're in autopilot. It's actually a really great feature when you go on long trips or bumper to bumper traffic. Don't get confused with full self-driving. It's not full self-driving, it's autopilot. So it keeps you in your lane. It prevents you from getting into front accidents and will swerve in case of emergency. But to disengage autopilot, just lightly tap on the brake and it'll turn off. Final thing to do is just making sure you lock it up. And it's just as simple as what you did to open. That's just tapping right here and the car is locked. I think it's really important to go over these features because it can be a little overwhelming the first time you ever do drive a Tesla. I recall the first time I rented one, it was waiting for me at an airport and I had no clue how to use the key. I didn't know where to place it. I was fumbling with autopilot on the freeway. It was a little bit scary, and I can understand how it can be a little overwhelming. I'm glad that you can stick around and watch some of these videos. I'm just doing this because I love Tesla. I love my Model 3. I love sharing my experiences with everybody. So I just want to share my knowledge with like-minded people. I'm trying to create a video at least once a week. Hopefully you are enjoying these videos. If you have any ideas that you'd like to see in videos, as simple or as complicated as they may be, I would love to hear what you have to say. Leave some comments below. Leave the feedback. I love feedback. So far it's been great. And hopefully I can keep creating these videos for you and that you enjoy. And if you'd like to see more, please like and subscribe to help this channel grow. And until next time, guys, happy driving. Enjoy your Teslas.